Hello guys, Casey,
And I'm Mark.
and we have been in Zambales on a family short vacation with Mark's family the last couple of days. So we're going to make a video today about long distance relationship versus
Versus meeting in person.
I will be your honeycomb now to forever. I know this love was meant to be. Video chats every day would pave the way for us. Oh my baby boy, I love you so much. Ooh, I love you so much.
yeah, and it's not scripted, but we did write down like 10 things
Questions.
to talk about just to keep us on track because I'm really bad about going off track. And the first thing is, how did we communicate with the time difference and the distance? Where I'm from in America is Eastern time, so when it's 9 o'clock at night for me on a Thursday, it'll be 9 o'clock in the morning on Mark's Friday.
Yeah.
So he's always 12 hours ahead of me. And it's actually pretty simple. He calls me when I leave work at night, which is about 9:30 or 10, and we talk until I go to sleep, and then he calls me
In the morning.
every morning, which is his nighttime, and I talk to him until I get to work and he goes to bed. So we talk to each other until each of us go to sleep, basically.
Yeah.
What makes our relationship work?
I think it's because of communication and we know what to say to each other and we know our buttons.
Not to sound corny, but to me, it's love
Yeah.
and the willingness to go that extra mile for the person you care about the most. So, was there ever a trust issue?
Issues. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where he have a past relationship.
I do have trust issues, but honestly, with him, I've never had trust issues.
Mm-mm.
He's never given me a reason to have them,
Yeah. I
thankfully.
I have a trust issue, but it's not that bad. Like sometimes I worry like who are you chatting? Who are you talking to? You know?
I do that too, but it's mostly just because I'm nosy and I'm like, who are you texting? Who are you messaging? And I know it's usually someone in his family or one of his close friends, which I've met and I know them all. Did we always have a plan? What do you think? I
I
think
think.
yes. Even from the beginning, from our last video, we met on a dating site group thing. And even in my profile from the very beginning, I had what I was looking for and what I kind of expected. And if someone wasn't looking for that, then to not even message me, which of course there was a lot of scammers that messaged and different people. Yeah, I think we've always had a plan. From the
Yeah.
moment we decided to be in a relationship, we knew that it was for the long stretch. So, and especially after we got engaged. Like we knew that didn't want to be engaged like forever, but it was about 6 months and then we got married. But as far as like, am I going to live in the Philippines? Is he going to come to America? Like, that's always been talked about from the beginning.
Yeah.
And as of now, our plan is for him to come to America. And then when I am old enough to retire, hopefully come back to the Philippines. But we're also hoping that in like 2 years to start a family. And so things could change. Okay. Do we argue? If yes, how do we manage it?
Yeah, we do argue, but not a lot. We have like what do you call this? Like months and months
Yeah, well,
without arguing. And how do we manage it? We just talk, or sometimes we let it pass, and then in the morning we're gonna talk about it, like what happened, what I have done or what he have done to make the other one angry. And basically, we say sorry. It's always lower your pride to someone you love.
yeah, and compromise. A lot of compromise.
Mm-mm.
I mean, yeah, we go months without any, big arguments. Sorry, the bugs are coming towards the light. But we still have disagreement and things. But honestly, we know each other so well at this point that we know what to do and what not to do. But communication. Honestly, most of our arguments have been misunderstandings from a difference in our cultures. Like
Yeah.
something I might do that's offensive that I didn't know was offensive because where I'm from it's not, and it's the same for him. How long did we date before meeting in person?
We started talking like April 2021, and we kind of like MU. We kind of like talk on and off. When we made it official on March, he visited the Philippines in July
Yep.
2022, and he actually attended on my graduation.
Yep.
So things
And
good.
we got engaged that same visit too.
Yeah.
So once we met in person and knew the chemistry was there in person,
Yeah.
and after like a few minutes of awkwardness when we met in person, it was literally just a few minutes, and it wasn't
Yeah.
like I was meeting him for the first time, because we do talk for 5-6 hours a day every day. It was just like I was seeing him again. Was there any surprises or disappointment when we met in person?
Yeah, I think because he thought he was taller than me, but it's not. I'm taller than him. Just an inch.
Well, no, I mean, I kind of knew you were going to be taller, but
Oh, really?
he was skinnier because we wear the same size shirt, shoes, pants, everything. But he's got a cute little round face, and that's what I mostly always saw on camera. But
Yeah.
he's actually tall for a Filipino and pretty slim. And disappointments? No, not
No,
really,
yeah,
because
no
we
disappointments.
really knew each other pretty well before meeting in person. My biggest concern was him being disappointed. Of course, everybody has insecurities. The chemistry. I was afraid that when we met in person,
We will not have chemistry.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we did, and we do. So, did we kiss?
Yeah, we did.
We did, and
At
it,
the airport.
yeah,
And that's my first kiss.
yeah, wasn't mine, but we have a saying where I'm his first love and he's my last love, so it works for us. Is there a big difference between being physically together and video chatting?
Yeah, because when he's around, I'm always clingy. I like hugging him.
Yeah, to me,
I'm
it's
always
like
clingy.
that's an obvious question, because when we're together, it's nice to touch and kiss and hug and sleep
Yeah.
together and cuddle. And video chats, yes, we communicate, we talk. And even when I visit my friends or he's visiting his family or whatever, we take the phones and like I'll set him down and he's part of our conversation, but it's still different. And especially holidays, birthdays, we both
Yeah.
celebrated a birthday. Him and his family sang to me and they decorated, and even his mom even got a cake. But of
Yeah.
course, I didn't get to eat the cake because I was in America. And then the same for his birthday last year. I got balloons and decorated, and my mom, and we had a little party, but he wasn't there. And this is the first birthday this past week that it was his, and we got to spend it together.
Yeah, and that's my best birthday ever.
And we went to the zoo and the aquarium and there's a park, and yeah, just so much better in person. And hopefully after the visa goes through, we won't have to be apart again. Okay, what is the best advice we could give a foreigner that is interested in a Filipino and a Filipino who wants to date a foreigner? So what I would tell a foreigner that wants to date a Filipino is watch out for scammers. If someone tells you a sad story about their grandma in the hospital within the first few days of talking, no. Because of course, a lot of people think gold digger, only for money, only for a green card, and that's not the case. He never asked me for money. He doesn't care if we live in America or if we live here, but there are a lot of Filipinos that will just date someone to have a better life. There's really nothing wrong with that to an extent, but yeah, watch out for scammers and take your time in a relationship. Don't just jump into something. Research the country. Research if you do want to get married. There's no marriage, no same-sex marriage in the Philippines, and you need to know what you need to do for them to be able to come to your country. Sponsor wise and stuff. The Philippines, as for America, is one of a few countries that for a fiance visa you cannot have a co-sponsor. You can for a spousal visa, but not a fiance visa. It's very hard for someone from the Philippines to get approved unless they're pretty much wealthy, I guess you could say. We went about it in a very different way and had what they call a proxy wedding, which was an online wedding through the United States. And you have so many days from the ceremony or the application to prove you were physically together for it to be valid. And we were actually together for our ceremony, so ours went into effect immediately. So there are ways, for same-sex couples to get married without them having to come to your country. And culture is so different. The Philippines, where I'm from the United States, and I never realized how lucky or how spoiled we were. If we need an ID, we can go get it the same day. It's no problem. There's no long line. It took him months to get an ID. My passport, I got it in a couple weeks. It took him months to get a passport. Like, everything's slower here. Like he was saying, Americans or most Westerners are straightforward. If we see something, say something. That's something that is said in America, and it's not pulling a Karen, but if somebody kind of does you wrong, then you say, hey, that's not right. And it seems like in the Philippines, they're just like, oh, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. It's okay, because they do not like confrontation at all. And you have to have trust, loyalty, communication. Those are the big things. Those all come before love, because love is wonderful, but it's not enough without the other things. You have to be able to trust. You have to be able to be loyal yourself, and honesty, and work. You got to work hard for an LDR for sure. Anything to add?
So, okay, my advice to all the Filipinos, dating a foreigner is not easy. It's going to be so hard. And being in a long distance relationship, it's so hard. Even though you know your heart belongs to someone, but you feel lonely, you feel alone. So, I think my advice would be just find your love. Just find the one who will love you for who you are. And foreigners, Americans they are very straightforward, and their culture are so different. So you have to be open minded. Yeah, that's all.
If you have any more questions for us, leave us a comment. And right now, we will do our best to get back to everybody. And even if we don't, we definitely read them. So if you want us to continue to make videos, just like,
Subscribe,
and
click the notification bell.
that's it for us, guys. It's late here, and we are tired, so we're gonna go to bed. Bye, guys.